Warning. The content on this channel is not intended or suitable for minors below 13 years of age. If that is you, please click off and come back when you're older. By continuing beyond this point, you affirm that you are 13 years of age or older.
What's up out there, swearers? It is time for a new installment to a series I like to call Under 10 Games. Now, the premise here is pretty simple. The games are under $10 each. They can be on sale or whatever. I'm only using Steam, so I don't wind up going to like a used game shop and just getting something that's like under 10 bucks. So these are only Steam games. And the second criteria is that they have to be interesting, to me anyway, in some way. And today's game is Kyle is Famous. Now, I don't know anything about this game. I put this game in the queue a long time ago, and I don't remember why. But let's just get in and find out. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Kyle is host of most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent, dumpy white man. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. So we can exit the bed. Let's wither away. Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died. Shucks. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not really... Okay, I guess we'll get out of bed. We're a ghost. Look, we're a ghost. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Sit at desk. Open the closet. Scavenge. Let's go to the hallway. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartment together. Why is it check the locked door, leave the apartment, return to the bedroom? Wait, let's see what the locked door is. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Let's float through as a ghost. Kyle uses ghostly powers to walk straight through the door. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. Let's check the sewing machine. Kyle walked over to the dilapidated sewing machine. Its box is only half removed. Back to the room. Kyle found himself in the room. Okay, back to the hallway. And let's float to the side door. Okay. So I wanted to bang my head against it. I thought that was an option, but okay, let's go back to the bedroom. Center of the bedroom, let's scavenge. Quickly crouched on the floor, realizing his immediate need for gossip. Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May is going on a trip out of the country soon. Ooh, girlfriend, tell me more. Well, what I will tell you is every night I don a mask that looks like a bug and fight misdoers. There was a stunned silence. Then a door opened and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. Yeah, that's quite enough. Okay. Let's open the closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark and he really could only see his hanging shirts. Choose an outfit. Kyle. Decide to take some time to choose the perfect outfit knowing how important appearances. Skunk pasties. Kyle chose some pasties made of mashed skunk flesh. Getting the slimy garments to stay proved difficult, so he opted to stick them to his body with hot glue. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Okay, let's. So we need to let's go to the kitchen. So check pantry, open fridge, and let's go back to the hallway and see the apartment. Okay. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road, took a long pondering look around him. So we have 2 hours to the interview. Let's go to the tech store. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. We only have skunk pasties on. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Let's steal him. Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Kyle started to pull upwards forcefully. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving 1 foot and 1 leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant, who was staring bewildered and ran outside. Kyle walked into the middle of the road and took a long pondering look about him. Okay, we need to... Okay. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Kyle," she said. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. "Good evening, Kyle," she said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here. Let's interview Techno Jim instead." Kyle roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Jim in her stead. "Hello, Techno Jim," said Kyle. "I'm going to interview you today. I'm going to interview a chunk of cardboard." Oh, God. Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore out the cardboard frame. Whoopsie. Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of frame and motioned to the crew to go live. Cameraman moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. "Hi, I'm Kyle," said Kyle, "and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest." He pointed at Techno Jim using the dismembered arm. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. "Would you like to introduce yourself?" asked Kyle. Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. "Hail, Kyle," he said, raising the pitch of his voice. "My name is Rachel May, and I'm a very special guest." Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. "Well, Rachel, you look way too thin and absolutely terrible, and you should feel ugly." Kyle gave Jim a meaningful stare. "Wow, Kyle," he said. "I sure wish I could look like you." Techno Jim burst into flames. Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of rain poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon aburst with electric fires. Kyle's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try to put the fires out. As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat motionless, staring forward. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Techno Jim became a staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode. Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel was very popular. Okay, that was one ending. Alright, so let's skip all that. Okay, so this time we're gonna exit the vent instead of withering away. Let's set the desk. So he made his way over to the desk and sat down. Right now it's for the interview, check and desk drawer. Yep. Kyle opened up a desk drawer on his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there. Small key. Kyle grabbed the small key he kept in his desk. And you're going to take the loose change also. And see, let's write notes. Oh, first question. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Is your mother a mother? Am I a mother? What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed or blended? Ever eaten a raw egg roll? Beef, mashed or blended? What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? I purposely ran over a puppy. Or a puppet, I don't know what that was. Last question. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Are you guilty? He ripped the pages of notes out of his notebook and got up from the desk. Is there anything left? Okay, no. Let's go back to the room. Let's scavenge. Realizing there's need for bugs. We're trying to catch beetles. Soon he had a small handful of various insects that are alive. Let's eat those now. Kyle threw back his head and grabbed a sticky wriggling mass in his mouth. He felt refreshed. This dude is fucking crazy. Okay, so scavenge, anything else? No. Okay. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Jeans and swimming goggles, suit of armor. Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. Okay, cool. Let's go in the hallway. Let's check the locked door. Oh, okay, so we're going all the way to the set. Let's scream and spin in circles. Kyle started to stretch his arms wide, tilted his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. Start the interview. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Kyle vomited all of the horrible things he had eaten earlier onto the floor. Rachel looked at Kyle, concerned, gave a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved to the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier. Rachel. Am I a mother? Kyle looked at her very seriously. Rachel was visibly very unsure of how to respond. Well, Kyle, I think you might be a better source of answering that question than I am. But do you think I'm a mother? Asked Kyle, pushing further. Rachel paused for a second before answering. I think you inspire youth to pursue STEM fields, she answered. Kyle asked another question. Hey, That's not funny. You shouldn't run over puppies on purpose, but hey, I ran over a puppy on purpose, said Kyle. Everyone in the studio froze. Kyle spread his hands out wide. It's a joke. He started laughing from the bottom of his stomach. Nobody laughs with Kyle. Several minutes later, he stopped laughing and moved on. Kyle asked another question. Are you guilty? Oh my god. Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up and pointed at her. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled disingenuously. Guilty, spat Kyle, of your crimes. Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably. Kyle asked another question. A burning question for the fans, said Kyle. Beef. Do you prefer it mashed or blended? Rachel answered quickly and honestly. Mashed. And no more was said on that matter. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, he said, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. Why exactly did you decide to wear a suit of armor today? Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home knowing the interview had gone well. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that, perhaps, something was still missing. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so let's exit the bed. And let's go to the hallway. Check the locked door. Let's force the door with our forehead. Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with the use of his face. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia. Nice. Kitchen. Let's check the pantry. Wanted to access the pantry, but found it was locked with a small keyhole. Okay, so we gotta go back to the desk and get that. Open the fridge, intending to find something to eat. Eat crust on fridge wall. Eat the fridge, prepare breakfast, eat condiments. Let's eat the fridge. Oh my god. Kyle pointed his neck directly upwards and always in the fridge and his face. Somehow, miraculously, he wrapped his mouth around the device. He started to swallow. In one slow, horrible movement, the fridge slid down Kyle's throat. After many gurgles, pops, and snaps, Kyle felt relatively sure the fridge would not come back out. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. Okay, so we need to go back to the... We already broke the... Oh, no, we didn't break the door. Okay, let's go back to the bedroom. And sit at the desk, and check in the drawer, and... Get the key. Back to the desk. And get the flashlight. Okay, so the flashlight is out of batteries. We need to go back to the room. We need to go to the hallway. We need to go to the kitchen. We need to go to the pantry. So we want to access pantry. We found it was locked with a small keyhole. Oh, then we're back at the set. Okay. So we're back there. We're interviewing Rachel. Rachel smiled, quickly turned to shock as she realized Kyle had not put on clothes that day. Kyle waved and smiled proudly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. The Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Okay, alright, so we gotta find out what is in... Let's find out, we're gonna try this time to... Okay, so let's open the closet, choose an outfit of the skunk pasties, and let's sit at the desk, and let's get the flashlight, and let's get the key, and let's go back to the room, and let's go in the hallway, let's go to the kitchen, let's check the pantry, let's unlock it. The pantry door lock creaked as if it hasn't moved for years, but eventually opened. Instead of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Kyle's pantry stored his massive amount of bottled lard. Let's check the bottle of lard. Kyle voraciously grabbed the closest bottle, snapped the neck against the wall, and sucked out all of that within a minute. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen, and let's open the fridge, and let's eat the condiments. Kyle started to grab condiments from the fridge, squirting them into his mouth with both hands. The rate at which ketchup, soy sauce, and other items entered Kyle's mouth soon overrode his ability to swallow. Kyle spewed the excess condiments across the kitchen, covering the furniture walls. Kyle continued until all the condiments had been emptied. And let's see, we're going to walk to the center of the kitchen. And let's visit the tech store. Let's ask for free samples. Oh, no. We're too late. Okay, so now we're meeting her. Let's answer politely this time. And I as well, Rachel. Answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest. After another mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their place for the broadcast. A moment of seeing the studio lights brighten, the cameras clicked on, set the broadcast. And we're going to introduce it. Oh, God. I have to pick the stupidest choices. I have to. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel Mayudes. For introduction, let's become her. Oh my God. However, said Kyle, suddenly dropping his voice, Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She is not new to the show. She did not walk in before me. In fact, said Kyle, I am Rachel May. Rachel looked at Kyle, confused, and slightly mouthed the words, "You are who?" Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arm high above him, pointing upwards. I have never been Kyle, he shouted. I have never been the host of the show Stay Up Late with Kyle. Kyle looked and pointed directly at the camera. I am here for but one reason, to interview myself. Kyle sat down in his chair and went to produce the notes he had taken earlier. It was then that Kyle remembered that he had not bothered to prepare any notes for the interview. Realizing he did not know how to handle the situation, Kyle began sweating profusely, but he continued. Firstly, is your name Kyle? No, Kyle slammed his fist down repeatedly. Then he stopped talking. A thick, uncomfortable silence hung over the studio. The silence did not end. The cameras continued to roll. Nobody moved or spoke. Eventually, Rachel got out of her chair and walked off screen. One by one, they followed suit, and he was left alone. But that episode of Stay Up Late with Kyle became the longest episode in television history. Kyle continued to sit in front of the camera all night and into the morning, wishing it would end. As evening fell again, the crew shuffled back in, one by one, getting in places to film that day's episode. Kyle continued to sit motionless, cameras rolling, as the crew chatted about their days and got in position. Eventually, the crew officially started the next episode. Kyle was prompted to introduce himself again. Kyle had produced an incredibly artistic episode. Kyle was artistic. Okay, I think we have time for one more, so let's just whip through here. So there's a number of things I think we can do while we're a ghost, but we're not going to do this right this second. So first thing, let's do this. Let's choose an outfit and jeans and swimming goggles. So we can barely see out of the goggles. Perfect. Sit at the desk. So let's check in there. Let's take everything. Actually, we don't need the key because that's for the pantry. We're not going there. Okay. So let's back to the room. And let's exit. And let's go to the kitchen. And open the fridge. Should we prepare breakfast or eat the crust in the fridge wall? We haven't done that yet. Kyle started scraping the streaks of crud and spots of black mold off of the walls of his fridge. After balling up the filth to the sides of the fridge, Kyle bit into the crusty, moist ball. Dude. Several minutes of chewing later, Kyle finished chewing and swallowed the bar whole. Okay. Let's leave. And let's visit the downstairs. Oh, actually, we need to see if we can get samples. Do we want to buy batteries? Let's ask for free samples. Ask the store whether they are not the offer free samples. Give him the attendant gave Kyle confused and slightly vacant look. He had to beg for a free sample. Wanting Kyle to leave, the attendant grabbed a decrepit phone for spare parts and held it out. Kyle prudently clamped his mouth around the outstretched phone, creating several teeth holes in the screen. Kyle grunted and yanked with his head until Lieutenant let go of the phone. The phone is now Kyle's to use forever. Okay, so we're going back to the set. And, okay, so we're going to scream and spin in circles, start the interview, start the broadcast, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're vomiting again. And, okay. Okay, we're not getting notes again. Let's blame her for the lack of notes. Rachel, I need to be honest. You're not terribly interesting, and I cannot think of what I should ask you. In fact, I would far rather interview a fish than I would you. And furthermore, I'm not sure I can tell the difference between you and a fish. Kyle leaned back in his chair and desperately hoped the blame had been shifting adequately. Rachel glowered at Kevin. Kyle glowered back. Rachel left the studio. Kyle no longer had a guess and spent the next 42 minutes staring at the camera silently. Okay, we can do one more because I actually want to see this. Oh, shit. Okay, well, alright, we'll come back to the social media in a minute. Okay, let's open the closet. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just stop it. Jesus, okay. Sit at the desk, check in the drawer, flashlight. And we want to also get change. Okay. Back of the desk, back to the room, go in the hallway, move to the kitchen, open the fridge. Let's prepare breakfast. We haven't done that yet. Constructed a breakfast of poached eggs and toast along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage. Kyle smashes breakfast to a pulp using both dishes. Awesome. Okay. Return to the hallway and let's leave. Let's go to the tech store. Let's buy the batteries this time. Okay. So we bought the batteries, put in the flashlight, back to the tech shop. Let's give a review. This phone, said Kyle, is several years old. We took away their teeth last time. Has exposed wires coming out the back. Kyle continued. The phone is also at screen issues after I used it to hammer nails into a wall for a painting. Furthermore, when I submerge it in water, I get severely shocked until it runs out of battery. The attendant looked at Kyle, pursed his lips, and said nothing. Feeling he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave. Okay, so back to the interview. And, okay. Yep. Okay. Ah, shit, I went too fast. Okay, so we passed out because we hadn't eaten anything. No one in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they had the broadcast shop, the lights went home. Kyle's left face first on the floor. Kyle, there we go. Okay, I want to see this. So we're going to do one more. I keep saying that. We'll do one more and then we're going to cut it off. Browse social media. Started to scroll through news articles on his phone. Stay up late with Kyle ranked #1 number 2 show on TV. New East Bridge being constructed after it being found and not actually exists. Authorities investigating. Another grand larceny and crime spree streak. Evidence points to perpetrator fleeing the country. Rachel May to unexpectedly leave the country on very, very long vacation after an interview tonight. Who's the bug vigilante? Recently spotted pursuing larcenists. Kyle fails to show up at several charity events. Bug vigilante shows up at charity events with fresh baked pastries. Donations flourish. Can we just stay in bed and do this? Okay, let's try that. Oh, no, our phone exploded. We have to get out of bed. Okay, so let's, we want to go to the neighbors this time. I don't know what we need the flashlight for, though. Okay, let's get that. Let's get the flashlight. Let's get the change. Leave the apartment. Oh, this is the neighbor. Here we go. Kyle approaches downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. Middle-aged woman named Gabby answers the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. Consume Gabby. Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Job done. Kyle returned to the middle of the street. Visit the tech store. Buy the batteries. Turn to the flashlight. Okay. So now we have a flashlight. I don't know. Let's see if we can do something here. We did put on clothes. Oh, wait. Is she going to leave? Okay. All right. So it looks like let's go back to the menu. So it looks like there's a number of things that you can just apparently kind of do here. So this is a funny game. I really enjoyed playing this. This was a lot of fun. There's not a lot. I mean, I can go through the rest of the choices, but I think we've all kind of gotten what this game had to offer here. So this one's actually a free game. So very, very cool. It's still gonna be one and done because we're not gonna be playing more than one time. But I enjoyed it. It was a really, really cool game. So there it is. Kyle is famous. And of course, swears, we'll see you back here for the very next one. Until that time, as always, peace out.